Braxton Kilgo. Just come off mute. Yep.
Okay, perfect. Well, first off, Claude, you are so amazing. So thank you for spending some time with us. So my question for you was, whenever you're building an organization and you're trying to make it a space where everybody feels like they're believed in, and it's all about human and empathy and kindness, I'm curious like how you curate that balance of support and open and loving and kind, but without losing the edge of like the numbers and the things that we need to hit like within the culture of creating something that people can fit their vision inside, and feel all the love and the support, but without it being the thing where, sometimes you're that person that they know they can come to about anything. And it's always so easy and good where then it's kind of hard to be like, by the way, you need to hit these numbers.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one too. I mean, you'll hear Gary talk about this a lot and you'll hear me talk about it, which is he and I really had to change our softness because we created a lot of entitlement and we coddled a lot of people here because we didn't tell them the truth. We didn't tell them how they were doing. We didn't really say, listen, you're a good person, but where's the proof in the pudding? But we can't just pay you to be a good person. That's fantastic. And we work. So we both caught ourselves. I mean, that's why he wrote 12 and a half. That's exactly why he wrote 12 and a half, because he caught himself. And then he reminded me that I'm very much like him. And in not being candorous and not telling people where they stand, it creates a vulnerability in us, and it tells them that they're going to get trophies for just showing up every day. So there is a way to do both. We, internally we call it kind candor. The kindness is the connection that we have with one another, the connection that we're spending enough time together. And so by the time I go to Braxton and be like, hey, I'd love to give you some feedback on that presentation, Braxton knows like we've hung out, like we've gotten coffee together. My aim is true. I have no skin in the game other than to see you succeed. So it's that, right? And really making sure that people know, especially today, when we've got AI, when we've got layoffs and all of that, A, yes, you matter, and B, we're working, and you won't be here if we don't work, but I would definitely say you got to marry that honesty. And I'm talking real honesty. Like there was a guy who's no longer here. We had worked together, a senior person. We had worked together for a year. And what we had worked on is the fact that he seems to want to tell everyone his life story as a senior leader. And that was jumping in the deep end and cannonballing everywhere, right? It was like, hey, what's going on under that? Well, it's his insecure. He knew he was insecure. He knew he was insecure. We did all of this. We did coaching, all of this. And at the last meeting we had, I said, I have to tell you, like, this is now a vulnerability of yours. The fact that you are unable to change your behavior is a vulnerability, and there's nothing we can do now, right? And that's, talk about rubber hitting the road. So great question. And if anyone has any, if you want to go deeper, just hit me up.
Great answer, Claude. Thank you.